Today I want to speak about one of the most famous and important Hellenic black metal bands. Inside Hellenic black metal, Greek black metal, there are many bands, but especially we have to speak about Rotting Christ, about Varathron, and about NECROMANTIA. And today we will speak about NECROMANTIA. NECROMANTIA, they started in 1989. They are from Athens, and the two guys of the NECROMANTIA, always the founder members, were Baron Blood, Makis Kanarakis, he was his name. He played the 8-string bass, and something special about NECROMANTIA, it was that they didn't have guitars, electric guitars, but two bass guitars in their playing. And the other founding member was Yorgos Zacharopoulos, that is known by the nickname the Magus, or Magus Vampire Daolov, and in the beginning also by the name Morbid, the first days of Rotting Christ. George Zacharopoulos, the Magus, or Magus Vampire Daolov, he was also inside Rotting Christ in the beginning of them, in the first albums of them. Also he played their keyboards, if I'm not sure, and he was in connection with many other bands, also with Septic Flesh in their beginning. He was, and he is until now, a very important person inside the black metal scene and the extreme metal scene of Greece. He was afterwards in the band Youth Aurea, together with Mutilator from Rotting Christ and also from Varathron, and today he has his own band by the name the Magus. The band started in 1989, but was split up in 2021 after the death of Baron Blood, of Makis Kanarakis, that he died in 20 November of 2019. Rest in peace. And so from this day and afterwards, NECROMANTIA died. In the words of Magus Daolov, the band descended into the abyss. So one also important things about NECROMANTIA, that they didn't have a problem to put inside their music also some other instruments, not the classical black metal instruments. For example, they were one of the first bands that they started to play the saxophone with black metal. Together with Carpathian Forest from Norway, they did something common, and also with the flute, and the whole thing of them, it was very it was a band that they didn't have so many albums, only 5 studio albums that we will see, but with also many EPs and many splits, and also many with the demos. But also they were very underground in the beginning of the black metal scene, and also they were very inside the apocryphal side of the black metal, especially both of them, but especially Magus Vampire Daolov. Now also they had the two bass guitars that I said before, with not classical electric guitars. Here I want to make a worst to best, to rank their albums. There are 5 studio albums, but before that, let's speak about some other releases of them that I have. For example, this collection of their demos, of their first demos of them, Chthonic Years, this is the name of the collection. It came out in 2018, but here we have the first demo of them, demo tape of 1990. The second demo of them, Vampire Rituals, demo of 1992, and the demo of 1993. Here we have it, and this was in the only period that they have 3 members. Then they had another member by the nickname Slow Death, that he make extra vocals. Also, they have some about drummers. They had seasoned drummers, but inside all the seasoned drummers was also Fotis Bernardo Giannakopoulos from he was the drummer of the ex-drummer of Septic Flesh. Now, another thing also, here we have their split together with Varathron by the name The Black Art, The Everlasting Sins, came out in 1992. Yes, and their songs of Necromantia here, they are from their demos, most of them. Another thing that we will speak, here I have also one of their classical EPs of them by the name Ancient Pride of 1997. This is not the original art, this is the original art of the EP. A great EP. Also, the song Ancient Pride is one of the best pagan black metal, Hellenic black metal songs. And now let's find out the ranking of the albums of them, of the full-length albums of them, from worst to best. In the 5th place for me will come their last album, the 5th album, by the name To the Depths We Descend, came out in 2021, and this was the last album of them. It was like a tribute to Baron Blood after his death. In the beginning it was to be an EP, but the Mangus made a full-length album. I put it only in this place because it's not exactly the sound of the old Necromantia, but it's very good. You can see here also in the logo that the flame here does exist. So, in the 4th place, another underrated album of them, the 4th album of them of 2007, The Sound of Lucifer Storming Heaven. Also, it's not exactly the old Necromantia sound, but also is very special. In the 3rd place, their 3rd album by the name 4, the Latin number of 4, Malice, came out in 2000, in 2000, the beginning of the millennium. This is not the original cover art, but this was a little bit more industrial in their sound, but it's a great album. I like it so much, and this was also the first Necromantia album that I listened. And of course, if you understand, in the first 2 places, they are coming their first 2 albums of them. So here I don't have so many surprises. In the 2nd place, their first debut album of 1993, Crossing the Fury Path. This is a very special album. The song The Warlock was something 10 to 13 minutes, something like that. They have also some litanies from Greek Orthodox Christian Church, but it's a very great album and very special. But in the 1st place, of course, their most famous work, their 2nd album of 1995, Scarlet Evil Witching Black, with the original artwork. Is a little bit like Morbid Visions of Sepultura, the artwork. A great album, and a very special album. Also here they played saxophone, and this was very special about these days. And until now, this is one of the best bands of the Hellenic black metal scene. From Israel, from Jerusalem, stay metal, stay heavy.